Yeah, what up YouTube? It's your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, back at y'all with another Forza Horizon 3 build video, man. So in this one, we have another request, because that is pretty much what this channel's all about nowadays, is just these request videos, man, keeping me busy. Today's request is from Robert Lopez, and he wants to see a Nissan 370Z off-road build. Now, the reason that I took this specific suggestion, one, is because I don't own a 370Z in this game yet, and two, the off-road aspect of it is really what spices things up, man. I absolutely love this idea. Now, if you guys have any suggestions, drop them down in the comments section. We are doing one request per video uploaded on the channel, and hey, if you suggest something as crazy as an off-road 370Z, I'm more than likely going to pick that suggestion, man. So obviously we're gonna start out just with a base color. I'm just gonna pick white because the color is gonna change as this build progresses. So what I'm thinking we're gonna do first and foremost, obviously, is take care of some of the upgrades. Now, I have a couple things in mind that I want to do with this 370, given that it's going to be an off-road build. Now, normally I would not even consider doing these things, but since it is going to be an off-road build, I want to see a 6.2 liter V8 in this beast, and I also want to see the all-wheel drivetrain swap. Now, I'm going to leave the aspiration the way it is, stock naturally aspirated. I just wanted to put a V8 in here, kind of make it a little more off-road worthy, shall we say. Now, let's just check out some of these bumpers here. Oh my, man. People deserve that old Yeller treatment for this, I'm telling you, Nismo. What is even going on here? I'm thinking for the front bumper, we're probably going to have to leave the stock one on there just to keep it as high as possible. And with these little lips on here, I think it's just going to lower the car a little bit too much. So we're going to leave the stock front bumper on there. Let's check out our wing options. Kind of digging that Nismo Street rear wing, so we're going to go ahead and install that. Rear bumper, we are going to probably, I'm thinking, leave the stock bumper on there. As you can see, the back and front bumper kind of curve up a little bit. It's going to be better for when we get out there doing a little bit of rock crawling. Side skirts, I'm thinking, going to be probably the same. We don't really need too much aesthetically for this 370Z, obviously, because it is going to be an off-road build. Now, street tires, not going to cut it this time around. We need a rally tire compound. I am going to upgrade the width of the tires simply because I want this thing to be as sticky and grippy as possible, even on the road. Predominantly, though, we are going to be using this for off-roading. Now, I did have a set of wheels in mind for this one. We're just going to scoot through here. Now, I don't want to do anything with a dish. I want something that's more rugged, off-road-like, something that you might see on a pickup truck. Now, typically, I might go with a set of Asantis, but I don't think they're going to suit this build. Now, what I do have in mind, however, not really a wheel that I would use for any other build besides an all-wheel drive build. We're just going to skim through a couple of our options here. This very rugged, actually. I can't say that I particularly mind those. But these right here, the HRE Vintage, is what I think we are going to go with. So I'm just going to install these. Now, the reason I'm going with these, as you can see, the holes on there, the rivets, I think once we paint these wheels up, it's going to look super dope and rugged. So we're just going to go ahead, leave those the way that they are. Now, as far as the wheel size goes, typically I'd leave it stock with the 19s. But, let's go ahead and put some 20s on the front and on the back just for shits and giggles. Spice things up a little bit, make this thing look a little more rugged. Now, as far as the clutch goes, we are going to upgrade the clutch for sure. Transmission's going to have to get upgraded, and the differential, just so we can play with the overall power balance that we're going to be able to adjust with that mod. Now, let's check out the brakes here. Add those up. Springs and dampers. Normally, we love to go low, but in this one, we are going lifted. We are also going to have to put on those strut bars, any roll bars I should say. And as far as the weight reduction goes, we're just going to do a slight sport weight reduction. Just keep things a little bit lighter than they typically would stock. You know, this is kind of a heavy car. It's going to help, man. Now, as far as the engine goes, I just want to keep everything totally, you know, simple and easy to drive. So I'm just going to go with a intake and exhaust. Everything else going to remain relatively stock. Now, as you can see, topping out at the S1 class, not quite, maybe 860, but I think that's going to be more than enough for this build. And especially since we're predominantly going to be using it for off-road, I think this is going to work out just perfect, man. So we're going to go ahead and install this setup. Now, we did currently already build this car, had some audio issues, so that is why we are here installing this setup, and it's only costing $6,480 as opposed to what it would cost if we went around and bought all of those parts right off the bat. Now, next up, what we're going to have to do is take care of this designs and paints. Now, I did already have a design ready to go for this one. Like I said, we already did this build, ran into some audio issues. So what I'm going to do for this video is just go ahead and apply decals and load up, actually I guess it would be in my designs, load up the design that I already had saved for this, just because it's going to take a little bit of time to duplicate. I just went ahead and saved it. So I'm going to go ahead, load this design up. If you guys want to use this design and want me to upload it, let me know, and I'll leave the, I guess the name of it down in the description. So we're going to go ahead, load up this design right now. I guess one last thing to do before we hit the road is just take care of a little bit of a tuning on this car. Make sure our suspension is set to completely soft, because we are going to off-road the hell out of this thing. You can believe that. Make sure that our ride height is kosher as well. Differential. Yeah, we're going to stick with that for now. Alignment, everything's looking good here. Our gearing, 306 kilometers. I think we're going to have to adjust that a little bit. Get a little bit more top speed. How much is that going to change our acceleration? Not much, about a second. But we have like 20 extra kilometers worth of speed. So I'm thinking that is probably going to be good for this build. As you guys can see, this thing is looking super rugged. It does not sound like a Z. Let's just get a little sound clip here. Wow, man. I never thought I would say this, but this V8 is sloppy with that all-wheel drive. Okay, maybe we need to take this thing for a nice little excursion. So let's just break ourselves away from this little city life, all these little city boys here. Get ourselves somewhere where we can off-road. I want to hit the river, man. Let's go down here and fast travel to the river here now. This V8 sounds healthy, but it couldn't even do a donut, which leads me to believe that it's not. Woo! Lots of backfire there. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing here now. In the river she goes. I can't lie, man. This is pretty fun. Let's get inside here, man. Now, V8 swap for an off-road vehicle. No, I don't want to do that. Ooh! For an off-road vehicle, this V8 swap is an absolute must, man. It just makes you feel like you're driving a fast car, even though it's not really that fast. It just feels like it is, man. I love it. Oh, into the water. Second gear is bogging. I guess it could use a little bit of forced induction. Now, we didn't do too much as far as power goes, just an intake and exhaust, but I like it, man. It honestly sounds like a pickup truck. It sticks to the ground surprisingly well. Suspension is nice and soft, so it's not bouncing too much. Normally, when you get into a car with a stiff suspension and you get into the off-roading aspect, and there's not a lot of suspension travel. Oh man, that was a huge jump. Yeah, things don't really, you know, you're just bouncing all over the ground. You're not getting traction. This thing has enough suspension travel. Oh, nice. Breakable trees, man. This one has enough suspension travel. As you can see, it manages to stay on the ground quite a bit. Third gear's the money, though, when ripping through these farmers' fields. Oh, man, a real farmer would be absolutely pissed if I was doing this in real life, man. Just livid. Woo! I'm liking this thing, man. What a beast. I mean, I don't know how much you guys are enjoying me just ripping through a field, but this is hella fun right now, man. See if the water washes the mud off of the car. Is this that realistic? Oh my God, Forza, you guys are absolute geniuses, man. If that isn't attention to detail, I do not know what is, man. How many hours? Ow! How many hours of thinking and brainstorming before somebody said, hey, man, when you drive the car through the water, why don't we clean it? Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Now, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time running into all these trees right now. My car's like a tree magnet. But this thing is very impressive, man. Like, off-road, this thing is hauling some serious ass now. I don't know how it would be once we get out into the dunes. But just running through the rainforest, on the road, it's really not impressive. But as soon as you get it off-road, the thing is a monster, man. What do we got here? What is this big old hill? Let's do it. Oh, is this outside the gates? My mistake, Forza. That would be too much fun, wouldn't it? Oh, can we get out there? What is this? This looks pretty dope. Nice little off-road playground we found ourselves here. So yeah, I have to say this build's absolutely like 100% legit, man. This is like, this is sick, man. I really like this. Now, I don't know if you put on, if you put on off-road suspension, I'm not sure if that makes your car eligible for like off-road class races. I don't know if it changes the class that this car is going to be running in, but it would be really cool if it did, because I'd like to see how this thing stacks up against like some pickup trucks or even some off-road like rally WRX cars. Oh, this place is the shit! Look out, sucker! Damn, man, this is where it's at. Oh, I gotta remember where this place is. From now on, if I'm doing an off-road build, I'm coming here, man. You guys want to see an off-road build, drop it down in the comment section. Doing one request per build video, man, on the channel. Just in case you guys didn't know. Oh, that was pretty cool. Oh, damn, man. So yeah, I'm not really sure, man. I'm thinking we are probably gonna put an end to this video. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm pretty happy with the way that it turned out. The paint looks sick. It performs really well on road, not so much. But as soon as you get it off road, man, the thing's an absolute monster. Gotta love these sicko suggestions. What a dope idea, man. This thing is looking super sick. I mean, I like the mud on there, but should we reset that cosmetic damage? I don't know, man. Let's see from this angle. Yeah, man, that's the one right there. I think from this angle, everything is looking legit, man. So we're going to put an end to this video right now. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys want to see more and you're not subscribed already, don't forget to click subscribe. And with that being said, I am your boy D Nally, a.k.a. Don Squally. And we're going to catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace. Oh, no. Oh, for fuck's sake, every fucking time. Showdown, bitch. Oh no! Oh! Should have had a V8, yeah? Recovery of a lifetime. Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh! Fuck! Yeah, just keep on rolling there. Yeah. Don't worry about the race or anything.